That vape that many are wanting to have is here. Hello everyone, welcome back to another segment. In today's episode, let's look into African lady who got married to Chinese husband based in China. One thing that matters a lot in a family building is most paramount is understanding one of the greatest two to relationship and one of the greatest two to love and one of the greatest two to marriage. Before someone gets married, he or she is ready and also ready to meet whatever thing the family will give out or give in. When I say give out or give in, I know what I mean. Alright, so I know, so like, what do you mean by that? Yes, on before marriage, the person will be able to foretell or to see if he or she is capable of doing that which is needed as a married man or as a married woman. For someone to have made a decision that I am ready for marriage, that person is able to adhere whatever comes their way, either positive or negative. Well, into this package, we have your African lady preparing special delicacy for the family. But then before she prepared this, she have to take permission from our Chinese grandmama and also Chinese grandpapa to know what they want to eat and also to prepare that which the family is able to eat and enjoy at that moment. For the ability of how to walk straight to our Chinese grandmama and seek permission counts that she's from a very good home and well-trained family. She didn't just, stood up and start, taking charge of the home and start preparing things on her own stead. She knew there is somebody before her there and she knew she's in the family house, not her own house. So before she did anything or before she do anything, she'd seek permission to should I say the head of the home or to Chinese grandmama, and which she did and which is very, very appropriate. Well, someone will say, and you said it's not a home, so what's the marriage and all of that? Well, if you look very deeply, the home is a home. Our Chinese grandmama home is her home. She's been married into the home. But let's give respect to who respect is due and also honor to who honor is due. She came to the home, she saw everything being prepared, everything being arranged and then everything, being ordered. Before she carries anything, she needs to, seek permission from our Chinese grandmama to give her that respect and to give her that honor which she did. And I bet you, and it has won the heart of our Chinese grandmama. The simplicity of our Chinese grandmama and also our Chinese grandpapa has made everything easier for our African lady. Well, you can see that into this package, she's preparing special delicacy and the family is all prepared, to taste from our African lady super pot of African bottom soup or African bottom delicacy. Well, you can see how she's doing it in a very good and grand style. Well, you see, African lady is picking up to be a mother and also a future grandmama in the nearest future. Well, you see the ability of her, to adhere to instruction, the ability of her to, calm down and also to realize that humbleness and, respect needs to be adhered or rules and orders need to be obeyed at certain levels, made her to win or to win the great jackpots. It takes humbleness for you to touch the heart of the old ones. It takes simplicity for you to touch the golden parts of the old ones. It's not by pride, it's not by I too sabi, it's not by beauty, or it's not by intellect. There is a certain characteristics which the elderly are seeking from the young ones. And what is that? Humbleness. Keep your head down, you will get that golden vessel which the elderly has. Well, and it has won it. You can see that for ever since she came over to the Chinese environment, she has been staying with the Chinese grandpapa and also a Chinese grandmama and also with her husband. Those several cases arising. Indeed, in life, there is time for, happiness and there's time where there will be misunderstanding and when the weather is so cloudy. So what will you do if you're in a shoe at that moment? For most times when that time comes, it's very important or necessary to shut the door have a rethink and also have solutions. Most times we don't have solutions quickly due to some certain factors that are rising. But I think the greatest advice, if I should give, is for you to lock yourself. If you are the media type, you have to shut it down and then have a rethink, have a quiet time. Look at those places, which you have to straighten up and then straighten it up, instantly and fastly before it's too late. And that was the case of Anita. She was able, to correct all those things that needs to be corrected. As you can see, the family is living peacefully, happily. An African lady is now preparing special delicacy for her Chinese grandmama, a Chinese grandpapa, and for a Chinese husband. In the first instant, you realize that a Chinese grandmama is always doing the work, working, farming, and all of that. That is the first stage. The first stage might seem, somehow not easy at first because she was deranging. She was, at her old age, she needed assistance. And so much thanks to our African lady for catching up so fast and helping our Chinese grandmama now to do most of the chores at home, cleaning, arranging and washing of her clothes, and she's obtaining a great blessing which others will not have. I say which others will not have. I know what I'm saying. Having prepared the special delicacy, she have to call a Chinese grandpapa to come over to eat from taste from this special delicacy. Let's see what African ladies prepared. And this is African bottom pot in a Chinese way. Well, the whole family has come over. As you can see, African lady is dishing out for everyone with the head of a Chinese grandmama. This is a special, combination and a very nice, should I say, get together. All thanks to our Chinese uncle, brother Zain, for assisting and helping in the balancing of this family and also the beauty and love and joy that is coming through. Now you can see that our Chinese husband has arrived. Well, I've not seen her for long, acted this way, but we can tell from this that our African lady is enjoying her marriage with a great and new Chinese family. Another great thing to observe or another new, should I say new actions is that, the calmness of a Chinese husband and also the hate and the love in the atmosphere, not tension, but brilliance and also enjoying the meal in which African lady prepared is what we should also recognize. A Chinese husband has changed a lot and is loving an African lady the way it should be. Alright, this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode, and I hope you're enlightened onto this package. Please do stay tuned and stay blessed, and always remember, lovelies, stay cool for now, bye for now.